Yeah, very proud of our guys. Said heading into the game that it was going to take poise, passion, and precision. And certainly, we saw a lot of it at times, a little left to be desired at others. But at the end of the day, played a complementary offense, defense, and special teams game, and did enough to win. And we knew heading into this season, we were going to have to fight, and scratch, and claw, and do whatever we need to do to go 1-0 on a weekly basis. And challenged the kids on Sunday, and they responded. So I'm very proud of them.
Questions? We'll get a mic to start with Joel.
Joe, how big of a lift was it just to have the full complement of guys out there on the field today with Willie getting started and Lee and all the guys that you missed in the first 3 games? Just how big was that mentally just to have those guys and be going all out today?
No, it helped, obviously, from a game day and performance context, but also, morale, practice depth and things like that. So certainly when you're full strength, it helps you prepare better and it helps you play better.
We'll go to Robbie and Paul and then Ben.
Joe, y'all talked about just figuring things out defensively and just getting through each week, and maybe this defense might be a bend but not break defense. Those guys did that today. They gave up some yardage, but every time Kentucky seemed to threaten to get inside the red zone, they got stops. Just how gutsy did you feel like those guys were to just get off the field?
Yeah, I think you're seeing an elevated level of performance from the veteran guys who have played a lot, and seeing incremental improvement from the younger guys, particularly our interior D-line and some of the guys on the back end. But and so you knew the defenses like last year don't come around like very often, and we knew it wasn't going to be that. But Coach Shoup and the defensive staff do a great job putting the kids in position to be successful, and they really bought into the fact that our culture and the little things and how we practiced during the week was going to give us an opportunity to be successful. So we just keep making small gains every week in all 3 phases. We'll give ourselves a chance to be successful on Saturdays.
Along those lines, but more so from an injury standpoint, how big was it to have the line in full strength with Derek Parker?
Yeah, with DP back, yeah, and even like I said, Marcus does a great job rotating those guys and kind of dual training them at different positions. But when you're playing a big physical front like Kentucky or any SEC opponent, you're going to need all those guys. And I would guess 8 or 9 probably cycle through in a game if I had to guess. So yeah, it was good to get all the linemen healthy as well.
We'll go to Ben in the front.
Coach, with those guys, you get back obviously Willie Day, just the pick 6 and all that, but I know you only got about a quarter and a half from him, but how much does he add to that defense?
Willie?
About his performance?
Yeah, I think Willie's one of the top linebackers in the conference and in the country. I mean, he's big, he's fast, he's strong, he's athletic, he plays with great passion. Sometimes misguided, but we'll get him going in the right direction. But Willie, local kid, decided to stay home, and he's having a great career and played a great game today for the time he was in.
You said misguided there. What was kind of going through your mind when, he did everything right on the field, and obviously you probably have a big second half if he was there, but then he gets tossed. It's just kind of what's going through your mind at that moment?
When he got kicked out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I didn't see the first one after the pick, kind of what happened there, but the ironic part of it is right before we left the sideline on the defensive huddle, I told him that we needed to keep our composure and not respond back to any chippiness or anything like that. I kind of saw what happened, but unfortunately, it's always not the first guy. It's the guy, second man in that gets caught, and he was broke up about it. I'm not gonna lie. Willie. He's a kid who loves Mississippi State. He loves his football team. He loves the defense. But told him there was nothing we could do to change it. You got to learn from it, and he did a good job kind of picking up the defense emotionally in the second half. I wish we had 100 Willies.
Coach Garrett obviously made his first start at quarterback today, and just comment on his decision making throughout. What you thought?
17 of 22 for 180, and ran for $125. So I'd say there's probably just the interception in the first half wasn't a bad decision. He threw it to the right guy. He just threw it high. I think there were a couple of times probably in the red zone, and that was the. We take that first drive down there and we come away with 3 or 7 there. It's a different game. And, had Lee open and that thing got broke up, the kid made a good play. But from my history of coaching quarterbacks, something that we say in the red zone is avoid the sack, preserve the field goal. We didn't do that there, but you put a true freshman quarterback in that situation, the way he played, we'll fix some mistakes, but some of the other stuff you can't teach. And I said, this was 3 or 4 years of recruiting and relationships and belief coming to fruition. So I don't know if there's many true freshman quarterback around the country playing like that.
Robbie?
How do you feel like Coach Shoup has been able to kind of mold this defense? A little bit different than last year, obviously. We had the 3 first-rounders, and he's had to scheme more blitzing, more exotic blitzes. How do you feel like he's kind of molded this defense kind of in his image?
Yeah, something in all 3 phases we talk about. If you're planning to use something in the game plan, is it sound? Can we teach it? And can the players execute it? And it's not what we know; it's what they can execute. And him being a Yale guy, he's one of the smarter guys in the room. But I think part of being a effective coordinator or coach is understanding the strengths and weaknesses and the limitations of your players and kind of building the scheme around that. And, I had the utmost confidence in Bob. I think he's one of the best defensive coordinators in the country, and we continue to grow on a weekly basis. So he and the staff done a nice job.
Logan?
How close were Tommy and Guidry to play in today, and how early in the week did you know that they wouldn't be able to go?
We were holding out hope against hope. Guidry kind of came down to today, and we just felt we didn't want to do something to re-aggravate it heading down the line. And Tommy worked and progressed, and rehabbed. It wasn't. They were both end of the week kind of things, nothing super early, but kind of had a feel on Tommy early. Excuse me. And Stephen was more of a today or yesterday deal.
Coach, looking at that last drive, I know that's what you want to see out of your offensive line. Just able to put the game away and to be able to do it on the ground. What did you see there from that?
Yeah, we come off the sideline there and knew it was going to be a 4-minute drill, and challenged them. We said, hey, we're going to put it on your back here, and we're going to need to move some people off the ball and run with some physicality behind our pads. And Garrett drained that 3rd down run there on the power sucker play, and went with the power lead to get down to the goal line, and Collins scored his 3rd touchdown. So anytime you have a big physical offensive line and the tight ends are blocking, and you can use the quarterback as a number in the run game, things like that happen. But more than anything, go on a tangent. We were leading the opposition in every quarter from a scoring standpoint, except the 4th heading into this game, and that was also a point of emphasis this week, that we needed to be able to finish. And the defense got the stops we needed to, and the offense kind of put the proverbial. We were able to finish it off.
Tom in the back?
Joe, Tyler mentioned it earlier in the week, just the importance of going 1-0 in SEC play. You're not back home until middle of October, obviously, with a bye week mixed in there. But just getting to that 1-0 in SEC play, now that you're going to be going on the road for a couple of weeks, how important was this week?
It's important because it's 1-0 this week, and I've already said it, success demands singleness of purpose, and we're not the type of team that we gotta concentrate on what's 5 feet in front of our face. So certainly talked to them on Sunday about not letting the same game beat you twice, and coming out with purpose and not kind of listening to anything out there and ignoring the noise, and knowing what's important and what's not. And I think they did a real good job kind of focusing up and 1-0 this week. And I know it's cliche as hell. I mean, I know it's in the cliche kind of dictionary, but we have to do that because that's the type of team we are.
Joe?
I think you've said before, Joe, that you don't really like running a 2 QB system or something to that effect. Yeah. As well as Garrett has played lately, even when Tommy's healthy, has he kind of, I guess, earned his way into some playing time even when Tommy's fully healthy?
That's a good question. We'll watch film tomorrow, see where Tommy's at health-wise, and make a decision from there. Garrett? I'm against 2 QBs rotating, but I'm not against 2 being in the game at the same time. So Tommy's been a part of that too with some nice success.
Joe, with the running back depth the way it is right now, how critical is it that Cotton keeps having the ability to
yeah,
have 26
we're going to put him in a hyperbaric chain or whatever that's called, and like break in case of emergency. But yeah, I mean Lee went down, and I don't think that's too bad. But I mean, and also it's a credit to Malik Deer, a guy that was I believe the player of the year coming out, kind of was recruited as a receiver, running back hybrid, and hurt his knee and he's really battled back. And he's an incredibly selfless kid. He's got a master's degree. He's working on his second. And for him to be able to switch from receiver to running back on a daily basis and go in and produce, I was happy he was able to get some touches today and play because Malik's a great kid. So we got to get Nick back. We got to get Lee healthy, and Malik's got to continue to do what he's doing. And obviously, I think it was Collins' 4th straight. Was he over 100 again?
Yes.
Yeah. So keep feeding Nick the ball.
coaching seems like a thing every week, but with the special teams on Tucker Day, had a couple of close punts down to the one, but then also took over the kicking duties on the kickoff.
Yeah.
What went into the decision there?
Yeah, we're seeing everyone else in the country not have to cover kicks. We had some last week that went through the end zone and had some that were up towards the goal line or returnable, and we just felt that Tucker gave us an opportunity to create some touchbacks instead of having to cover against these great returners like Lynn.
Anything else? Great, we'll have players shortly. Thank you.
Y'all have a great one. Be safe. Hail State.